So when you're going through the discard stage or a breakup with a narcissist or toxic person, watch out for filler statements. And if you're new here, I'm a narcissist. I have narcissistic personality disorder. So filler statements are statements where they are reaching out to you to try to get information from you without directly asking you for their information. A filler statement would be something like, hey, I know you've already moved on to somebody and you're probably happy with somebody else, but I just wanted to let you know that I miss you and I always love you. So that seems harmless enough that they're saying that they miss you and they always love you. But if you go back to the beginning of their statement, they said, I know you've already moved on to someone else. They are expecting you to say, no, I haven't, or yes, they have. Filler statements are used by narcissists and toxic people and anybody in breakups, y'all, to test the waters, to get a feel of whether or not you have moved on, to get a feel to see if they can kind of, slip back into your life some way, shape, or form. Filler statements are real. Read between the lines, and they'll tell you everything that you need to know. Hope this helps. What is going on, beautiful people? Welcome to another episode of A Narcissist Explains. I am self-aware, diagnosed narcissist, Lee Hammock, and I use my platform on social media to, raise awareness for NPD, get more people into therapy, and validate the victims and survivors of this disorder as well. So this series is dedicated to just taking my TikToks and YouTube shorts and making them longer. They are 60 seconds or less, a lot longer, of course. So the TikTok you just watched was about filler statements, F-E-E-L-E-R, not filler. Now, I'm not filling you up with hatred and narcissism and gaslighting. It's about filling you out to test the waters and things like that. Narcissistic people like to hoover you back into the relationship, or if not hoover you back in, keep you on the hook so that maybe they can suck you back in later on, or just to keep you from moving on. Because I say this in a lot of my videos. Narcissistic people think that they own you. After a certain amount of time has gone by in a relationship, and it could be your parent. It doesn't have to be your boyfriend, girlfriend, husband, wife, whatever. It could be your parent. Like after a certain amount of time has gone by in this relationship and whatnot, they think that you belong to them. You are now property of the narcissist. You might as well put a stamp on your back, or a tramp stamp, or something. Some kind of label or tag to let you know property of narcissist. Property of I can't talk this morning, y'all. Goodness gracious. So when I do that though, I just know the rest of the episode about to be fire. But yeah, so filler statements are just statements where they want to try to test the waters and just accuse you of something. Like filler statements, hey, especially let's say the narcissistic person discarded you and moved on to someone else. And they don't want you to move on, so they're sending filler statements out to you. Hey, sorry to bother you. I know you probably with somebody right now, or so just something like that. It's hard to think about filler statements on the fly, but if you give me a few minutes, I'll bust out about 20 of them. Yeah, just because they want you back in their life some way, shape, or form. They want to stay in your life. They want to have some semblance of control over you and your decision-making skills and whatever you have going on in your life. They want to use filler statements with the kids and stuff like that too. Hey, mommy's boyfriend is treating y'all right, huh? They don't know if you, he doesn't know, the narcissist doesn't know if you have a boyfriend or girlfriend or whatever. They're just asking that question to see if the kids will tell on you. Hey, mommy's boyfriend treating you okay? Is he? Have you met him yet? Mommy doesn't have a boyfriend. Oh, you sure? Mommy likes to hide stuff. You know your mom likes to hide stuff, right? You see how they went right there? Literally trying to use the kids to fill you out, to fill things out. And like I said, filler statements, just, they can be used to say what the narcissist wants to say to you as well. They can be used to convey a message, or filler statements basically ask questions. And they ask questions without directly asking the question. I hope it makes sense to you. They're asking you if you've moved on without directly asking you if you've moved on. Because if the narcissistic person has moved on, you can show that to their new partner. It's like, hey, your partner, your boyfriend or your girlfriend is sending me messages asking me, have I moved on yet? Maybe they're still interested in me. I just thought you should know. But if they just send filler statements, you can't send that, because I can gaslight, like a narcissist can gaslight the bejesus out of you based on the filler statement. If you send the fillers out to people trying to get me caught up, oh yeah, I'm going to gaslight the steam off of them. It's going to be like hot steam gaslighting, like a steam room full of gaslighting. No, you're going to lose some weight, you're going to lose some brain cells, because narcissistic people will literally attack how you think and how you act and things like that. So so if you are receiving filler statements, a lot of people, this is going to sound crazy. Man, it's not going to sound crazy because it's just true. Some people want to be hoovered because you learn so much about narcissists. You want to be wanted, you want to be needed, and you want to know that you matter to that narcissistic person that was in your life previously, or that's going to be in your life for the rest of your life because y'all have kids together or something like that. They want to remain in your life. We just do. Some way, shape, or form. And you like say sometimes you want to get hoovered because you look online and you say the narcissist will hoover you back. The narcissist will hoover you back into the relationship doing this. The narcissist won't let you go. The narcissist think you belong to them. And your narcissist is completely silent on you and maybe doesn't want you back. Maybe they don't want you back at all, and it might drive you crazy. So you be waiting for filler statements. You're waiting for stuff like that. You don't want to be like... You don't really want to be hoovered back into a narcissistic relationship. I know you don't. The human mind, one thing I have learned about the human mind on this journey I've been on, talking to people one-on-one and things like that, is the fragility of the human mind. The human mind is so fragile that it cracks and it does things to protect you in itself from harm. You mean, it does things to protect you and yourself from pain and things like that. So you are dealing with, like I said, your brain will literally block out the bad memories. Your brain will literally focus on all the good stuff that you went through in a relationship and minimize the bad. The human brain is a fragile thing, y'all. It's mushy. It's mush. It's a mushy. You got a big ball of mush in your head. You mean, and it's soft and it's fragile. But one thing I've also noticed is not only is the human brain fragile, it's also super resilient. It can be rebuilt. It can be done better. It can be. You can take control of your brain and take control of your power and things like that. So not only is it fragile, it's also resilient. But back to the filler statements. I just had to stick that in there. I know people are going to ask, so how should we respond to those statements like that? How should we respond to those questions like that? Silence is an answer, y'all. You can either say, please stop, because if you respond to the question that you know they're asking, or you ask them why they're so curious, they'll gaslight you. Hey, why you asking me if I have a boyfriend or girlfriend? I'm not asking you that. I thought you had, I'm not asking you that. You're crazy. You must be crazy as hell. Think I'm going to ask you. I'm not worried about you. I'm not worried about how you live in your life. I would never ask you if you have a boyfriend or girlfriend. Because did they ask you that? No, they didn't directly ask you that. They just put a filler out there. They didn't ask you that question directly, so are they telling the truth? Yeah. But you know they're asking the question. You know it. You know it, but you can't question them. You can't question them or confront them about that question. So silence is your answer. And if there's any kind of pertinent information in there that you need to read about, about the kids or something like that, just respond to that part of the question. Don't respond to the filler. Just respond to the pertinent part of the question if you have to. If you have to stay in contact because of kids, just respond to the part that's pertinent to the situation that you're going through right now. Don't respond to the I know you're busy with your boyfriend or whatever. Hey, I know you're probably on top of your girlfriend right now. Don't respond to none of that. Just respond to the part of the question that's important. Because it's important to you. Because the part that's important to the narcissist is the part about you getting your cheeks clapped or you bouncing up and down on top of your new person. So, So just respond to that part of the statement right there. You don't have to put too much time, effort, and energy into that. Just respond to the statement that's important. And if you can, y'all, go no contact. Like if you don't have any kind of connection to this person anymore, like y'all don't have kids or anything, no property, no cars, no payments, no nothing. If you don't have any of that stuff like that, you need to be going no contact anyway to be able to heal from this person. Because they're going to keep sending filler statements out there. They'll keep sending filler questions out there for you. Just to get to the point where they try to break you down, hammer away at you until you answer them and crack. And sometimes, especially if they have discarded you, sometimes you'll go from being the main person in their life to being a side chick or a side dude. You'll be downgraded in their life. But hey, at least you got them, right? At least you're still in their life. At least you still got your boo. And maybe if you work hard enough, you'll get upgraded back to main chick or main dude. And then somebody else will take your side chick, side dude spot. Y'all be blowing my mind with that mess, y'all. I just got out. Goodness gracious. Again, I understand that the human mind is fragile, but dang, that fragile? Is it that fragile? Y'all will go for being the side chick? You go for being the main person in somebody's life? To being a weekend hookup, and they won't allow you to move on? Based on some filler statements? Hey, I never ever meant to hurt you. And I never meant to make you cry. I'm sorry for everything. Y'all be believing that I'm sorry for everything mess too. You gotta stop that. I'm sorry for everything is not an apology. It doesn't mean anything. It's literally a blanket statement that tries to encompass everything that they've ever done wrong to you and minimize the big stuff. So, I'm sorry for everything doesn't mean anything. I don't care if that's in the filler statement. I don't care if they write it in their autobiography. I don't care if they wrote, man, to hell with. I'm sorry for everything. Anyways, y'all, Mental Healness is out. Peace. Like, subscribe.